The cold season is here again. The air is getting crisp, the nights are getting longer, and the world seems to glow under twinkling lights. Christmas markets start popping up, filling the air with the scent of roasted almonds, gingerbread, and of course that festive favorite, hot aromatic mulled wine. Picture yourself hands wrapped around a steaming hot mug as the warmth spreads through you with every sip. Today we're bringing that magic into your home. Welcome to Apaulo Diner. Hello my friends and fellow Apollonians, welcome to Apaulo Diner, where the mulled wine flows and the holiday spirit comes alive. I'm your host Apollo Jupiter, and today we're bringing that cozy Christmas market feeling right into your home. Mulled wine is a beloved tradition in Europe, especially in Germany and Austria, but once tasted, its charms are irresistible everywhere. That said, if you're using the ready-made cheap stuff from the supermarket, it's probably less holiday magic and more morning headache. But don't worry, that's why we're here. Today we'll explore how to make a high-quality mulled wine, just like the kind you'd get from a winemaker. And trust me, my friends, it's much simpler than you might think. That's why today we'll have enough time to explore even two delicious recipes, one for red and one for white wine. Let's get started. What you'll need. As one glass is never enough, we'll use a whole bottle of wine, approximately 750 milliliters or 25 ounces. Choosing the right wine is actually the most important and crucial part of this recipe. Since the available wines can differ depending on where you live, here's a quick guideline. In general, aim for a good quality mid-range wine. Please avoid the very cheap ones, they can actually give you a headache. And there's no need to splurge on a $50 bottle either, because the wine's bouquet will be softened by the spices anyway. What you want is a wine with a balanced fruitiness and low tannins. Also avoid using wines with too high alcohol content, as too much alcohol and tannins can make your mulled wine taste bitter or harsh. Stick to a dry or semi-dry wine. Sweeter wines will make it difficult to adjust the sweetness later on, especially since we'll be adding sugar and honey. If you are unsure which wine to pick, you can also check online portals or wine apps like Vivino. These will let you search by specific criteria and will help you find the perfect bottle in your area. Here are some general grape recommendations. For red wine, if you can find a German wine, which would be the most authentic option for the so-called Glühwein, go for Dornfelder or Spätburgunder. Otherwise, Merlot, Zinfandel or Grenache are also excellent choices. For white wine, look for something with a good acidity to balance the spices, but avoid using oaked wines, as the oak flavors don't pair well with mulled wine spices. Great options include Riesling, which is a German white wine classic, Pinot Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc or Chardonnay. For today's recipe, I'll be using a German dry Dornfelder for the red and a dry Sauvignon Blanc for the white wine. So to recap, choose a dry, semi-dry, fruity, balanced mid-range wine. For the reds, look for low tannins, and for the whites, pick the unoaked wines with a good acidity. Once you've got this crucial part figured out, here's what you'll need additionally for each recipe today. For the red wine of 750 milliliters or 25 ounces, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste or half a vanilla pod, 2 cloves, 1 cinnamon stick, 1 allspice berry, as well as an organic orange, where I'll use the zest of half an orange and the flesh of 1 peeled orange. How that works, we'll discuss in a moment. And for the white wine of 750 milliliters or 25 ounces, we'll also use 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste or half a vanilla pod, 2 cloves, 1 cinnamon stick, 1 star anise, the flesh of an organic peeled orange, as well as the zest of half the fruit and the zest of half an organic lemon. Please note to always use organic fruit for the zest, as we want to avoid chemicals that might end up in your wine. We do not want that. And that is it, my friends. Off to the first recipe, the red wine, and I'll promise you it'll be super easy. Peel the zest from half an orange. Use a sharp knife or a peeler, and please be careful not to cut yourself. Also be very careful to avoid the white layer like you owe it money. The white part of the fruit is where all the bitter substances are, and we don't want that in a wine. That is also why we will now peel the orange. remove all the white parts and then slice it into pieces. Now warm your wine in a pot, but don't boil it. Use a thermometer if you have one and heat it to around 55 degrees Celsius or 131 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, watch for when the wine just starts to steam lightly. That's your cue to stop heating. The reason we don't want to give the wine too much heat is that otherwise the alcohol will evaporate and your wine might also develop more bitter substances. Next, remove the pot from the heat and add the orange zest, and all the spices. Stir in the sugar and the honey until it's dissolved. Don't overdo the sweetness right now, you can always adjust it later. Personally, I find this amount of sweetness hits the spot. And believe it or not, that's actually it. Now let time do its work. Let the mixture steep for 40 minutes to 1 hour, but don't let it steep much longer than that, because the cloves can start to release bitterness if left for too long. I found that 40 minutes is perfect. Once your timer rings, strain the mixture into a clean pot, gently reheat it, but remember not to boil it, and voila, it's ready to serve. But don't drink too much just yet, we want to still have a quick look at the white wine option. The process is nearly identical to the red wine recipe. Here's what you'll do. First warm your wine, then add the white wine spices we discussed earlier, the lemon and orange zest, the orange slices, the sugar and the honey. Stir everything well, cover it, and let it steep for about 40 minutes. Then strain it into a clean pot as we did earlier. Now gently reheat the wine and it's ready to serve. Unbelievably easy, right? Now who would have thought that it'd be this simple? Now just remember, don't overdo it. The temptation is real because this mulled wine is so good, even Santa might stick around for a refill. And there you have it, my friends, your very own high-quality mulled wine crafted with care and bursting with those cozy festive flavors we all love. Whether you're enjoying it with family by the fireplace, sharing it at a holiday party, or just treating yourself after a long day, this recipe brings that cozy, magical Christmas market feeling to your home. Thank you for joining me here at Apaulo Diner today. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to never miss a delicious new episode. Could I interest you in this cool content maybe? How do you enjoy your mulled wine? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, my friends and fellow Apollonians, stay warm, stay festive, and keep the good vibes and the mulled wine flowing. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.